Aprilia's RSV4 1100 Factory is the most overlooked superbike available on the market today, and we're going to figure out why that is and why it doesn't deserve to be. Matty Motorcycle coming at you. Let's talk about these overlooked stats. First up, a 1078cc V4, one of only two V4s available, and this one's the original. Well, actually Honda's is, but they took Honda's idea. Then, out of this engine, 217 horsepower, 90 foot-pounds of torque, and dry weight of less than 400 pounds. I don't know how that got overlooked, but they managed, because this is from a little tiny factory in northern Italy, a town called Noali. It's just northwest of Venice, Italy, up in the mountains in the Alps. They've been open for 75 years. Right now it's 2020, and this factory has been pumping out bicycles, scooters, and all the things motorcycle since 1945. And then, in 2004, Aprilia got bought out by the Piaggio Corporation, which is one of the biggest motorcycle producing organizations in the whole world. So it has the financial backing, they factory history. Let's get these bikes out. Let's talk about it. So some of the other premium parts on this amazingly overlooked motorcycle. Starting us off, lightweight forged aluminum wheels with Brembo Stylema calipers. That is the top spec for superbikes right now. We got them on this bike. Absolutely wonderful. 330 mil floating rotors in the front. In the front nose of this bike also, we have a full NIX front Öhlins suspension. That's top spec stuff also. In the rear, we have a TTX fully adjustable, again, top of the line suspension that you get stock on this bike. Also, winglets, bro, winglets. Now, winglets are a super gray area when it comes to superbikes. They got them on the GP bikes, so obviously they do something. But supposedly, each angle gives you 10 pounds of downforce on the front end of this motorcycle after 150 miles per hour. Does anybody notice that? And how long do you have to be going 150 miles an hour to really understand that? I mean, I don't know them. I put winglets on my bike because they look cool. Why you'd have it on this, aside from style, I don't know. But they're there. They do look awesome. I love them. Wouldn't change them. Carbon fiber's where it's at. Then you get a full Akro Pipe system with the bike. The bike comes from the factory tuned with an Akro Pipe exhaust, saving you $3,000, $4,000, sometimes $6,000. If you were to add a full Akro system to a Ducati V4, $6,000, okay? On this, you just get it. Sweet deal. Thank you, Aprilia, for thinking of us. I don't know how that got overlooked. A super intuitive dashboard. Easy to read, easy to understand. There's a little joystick on your There's a little joystick right at your left hand. Easy to flip through, easy to switch around through all of the different options in the menu. It's easy to understand, right in front of your face, and the TFT dash makes it look really, really sharp. Again, Aprilia, thanks for thinking of all of us. And the most overlooked piece of this bike, it is Italian Exotica, and they are rare. You almost never see them around. Everybody comes up to you and goes, "What is that? What is it?" An Aprilia. Most people have never heard of it. Almost everybody's heard of Ducati. Great marketing guys, but no one, well, very few people have heard of Aprilia. Moving right along. A quick side note about Aprilia. I love your bikes, you make a wonderful product, but what's with the warning labels? On this brand new off the showroom floor factory edition RSV4, there is no less than 7 warning labels spread out all over the bike. There's 4 staring you in the face right here on the tank. I don't get it. It's not gonna blow up. It might not always start, but it's not gonna set on fire while you're on it. Aprilia, what are you warning me about? I just don't get it. This particular motorcycle, out of the box, right off the showroom floor, comes 99.5% already hooked up. This particular bike is an 1100cc monster fire-breathing engine. Now, technically, you're not allowed to race it in a 1000cc sport class. In the United States, for club racing, there's 1000cc's, there's 600cc's, and anybody else gotta kind of fall into those categories. So this one technically doesn't fall in, but the amount of people actually racing these, slim to none. Track days, you'll see a bunch of them because they're wonderful. But in the race class, Aprilia knows better. They're like, whatever, 1000cc's, 1100cc's, it's just better this way. So things you need to do to this bike once you have it. I would put a fender eliminator on it and you're pretty much done. That takes you to 99.9%. Little detail stuff, this does have a dual cat system wedged into this beautiful Akro exhaust. So one of the collector cans is right here at the bottom. I would definitely get someone to custom make a mid pipe for you or scoop one up off of some website just to make it a little bit cleaner, save yourself a little bit of weight, make the sound just that much more furious. But other than those 2 things, this is street ready. Your blinkers are already integrated. It already looks the part. And if you're gonna track day it, only thing I would do, put on some case covers and cover up the headlights. Other than that, this is top spec and ready to roll. Moving along to the riding impressions. And boy, this thing is a gem. Makes you feel good, makes you feel fast, gives you that confidence. You definitely get the looks. Coming in and out of streets and corners and taking it down the highway, boy, you twist that throttle, it's like hitting the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon. This thing rips past traffic and cars. And just so everybody knows, on a personal note, Aprilia has my heart. I love these bikes. My personal track bike for years and years was an RSV4. I had a 2013 model, as displayed below. And boy, it was wonderful. And now, just so everybody knows, I added most of the parts that are already on this. And just so everyone knows, that shock cost me about $1,800 and I had to install it myself. You get it out of the box on this off the showroom floor. Thank you very much. The quick shifter and the auto blipper are absolutely flawless. One of the best I've experienced on any motorcycle. Silky, silky smooth. My final thoughts about this motorcycle is it's wonderful, except for the price tag. So let's take a minute and understand that. Brand new 2020 will cost you just under 25,000 American dollars. Up to you to decide whether it's worth it, but here's what I'm saying. This particular one in front of me is a leftover 2018 with 0 miles on it and exactly the same on the inside except for the paint job as the 2020 and most likely the 2021. And you can get this bike from our friends at Gold Coast Motorsports. I'm not going to tell you the number, but it's less than a brand new R1 and you get way more. Suspension, brakes, exhaust, and wheels already will put you up and over any upgrades you do to any other motorcycle. This thing should be flying off the shelves. Then, the only rub is you do have a low dealer network on Long Island. There's just one, my friends at Gold Coast Motorsports. You start moving your way into the city and a couple other places. There is a couple more, but countrywide, you're kind of on your own with trying to help out building and fixing these things. And then there's the last piece. It's still Italian, so on occasion, the gremlins come out. For instance, this very cool morning out here while we're recording, this one didn't start. Started the rest of the time. Just today, it didn't start, and I can't start it for you on this video. I don't know why. Aprilia Gremlins. It's just the way life is sometimes. But folks, Matty Motorcycle coming at you. Get yourself one. If you're in the market for a new motorcycle, a new superbike, don't overlook a leftover Aprilia RSV4 1100 factory. Your bang for your buck is over the top. We'll see you at the next one.